Hey everyone, how's it going? Grizzly Bear here with another Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary. Today playing as the Scout on CP Foundry, which is one of the more recent additions to the game. A map that I have not played as much, so sometimes it's nice to play other maps for a change, something other than the regular Badwater Dust Bowl. But as you can see right now, going pretty big for the team, clearing off that last point. Pyro has me on fire, I'm trying to fight off this medic. Luckily, my teammate helps me out, and the Pyro extinguishes me, keeping me alive. A lot of people don't realize you can do that as a Pyro. You can use your air blast to put out your teammates, so make sure you're doing that, guys, if you play Pyro. I try to. Sometimes I forget, so I mean, you know, sometimes it's just hard to remember. But moving on to the next point right here. Trying to cap, nobody's coming, then all of a sudden there everybody is, and a Pyro hops on me. I try to switch to my Mad Milk, realize I have my pistol, and I die, and we lose that round. So I put on my Mad Milk, and this is the beginning of the next game. So I apologize if my voice sounds a little worn out. On the way home from the grocery store today, some Paramore came on, and I was singing that a little bit too loud. And then some Katy Perry came on, and you know I can't turn that down, so I was just singing in the car a little bit too loud, so my voice is a little worn out, but I told myself I was going to get home, record a commentary for you guys, because I'm trying to put out 2 a week. Last week I didn't get 2 out, so I apologize for that, but that's kind of my goal right now, and I try to upload on Tuesdays. That's my main day, and Saturday is my other day that I'm trying to get going. So from this point on, be looking for uploads on Tuesdays and Saturdays. And I would like to point out a mistake I made in my first commentary. I said I was using PVHUD in that commentary, and at that time that was incorrect. That was false information. I apologize for misleading you guys. There was an update a while back where your folders got moved around a little bit, and the folder you needed to put your custom HUD files into was switched. So I thought I was playing with PVHUD, and I hadn't moved over my files yet, but I finally got around to doing that. I realized I'd made a mistake, and now I'm using PVHUD, so the HUD you see on the screen is PVHUD, and I'll put a link in the description for that. So I apologize for making that mistake the first time. But we have some exciting news, and when I say we, I mean me. I have some exciting news. As of right now, we have 97 subscribers, so that's only 3 away from 100, and I've got some things planned for when we hit 100, and I'm not going to announce those right now. It's not a giveaway, so I apologize if any of you were thinking that, but when we hit 100 subscribers, I do have a little game plan, something fun I'm going to do. Well, maybe not fun, but something that I think would be a good way to celebrate hitting this milestone. So when we get there, which should be soon, within a week or 2, I will announce that in the video, and we'll go from there. So there that is, just maybe a little bit of a thing to get you guys hyped for that. I don't know if hyped is the word, but anyway, back to the gameplay. My shot was pretty on this game. I'd played in an MGE server prior to this gameplay, and if you guys don't know what an MGE server is, I'll post information about that in another video. I'll talk about that some other time, but basically it's just a server where you can go in and you can deathmatch against people 1v1, and it's really just to improve your aim and stuff like that, so you get better and more accurate with the weapons and stuff like that. You can also practice air shots, things like that. But enough about that. We can talk about that later. We're going to talk about this gameplay here, and this map in particular. So I already mentioned the map in the beginning, CP Foundry, which is one of the newer maps, like I stated, and I kind of like this map. You know, it's not extremely new. I mean, it's been in the game for like maybe a year, but it's an official Valve map, one that they actually created themselves. It wasn't brought in by the community. And it's pretty rare that we see a map that was actually made by Valve themselves, so it's pretty neat when a new map gets added to the game. And I actually did just Google this to make sure my information was correct. And Barn Blitz and Foundry were actually the last maps added by Valve that they created themselves. And they were actually added in 2011, so 2011, I guess that seems new to me. So that kind of shows you guys how long I've been playing the game. I haven't been playing quite since launch. I think 2009 was when I first created my Steam account, so that's when I got Team Fortress 2. And it just kind of dawned on me that 2009, that was 4 years ago, so that's pretty crazy to me. Time's just flying away, you know, when you're as old as I am. So anyway, let's talk about the gameplay here a little bit more. The Heavy has a little bit of Mark for Death going on there, so I just run up there. Pyro, as I've mentioned in the past, I hate Pyros. I really struggle with them. But, you know, I'm learning to deal with them. After 4 years of playing the game, I finally learned how to deal with them. Right here, as I mentioned earlier in the game, I said my shot was on obviously it was off for that little portion there. I missed 6 or 7 shots on that demo. I hit one, but you know, one shot doesn't kill a guy in this game. So right here's a pretty good example when my shot kind of got back on. I take out this medic here really quick, and I get Ubered by the medic, so I kind of rush in there and I say, let's go, but he takes it off of me. I don't blame him. It's pretty tough to effectively Uber a scout in a pub, or in general, I'd say, really, just because scouts aren't the most effective class at Ubering. They don't really have any long-range options, so you have to get up in someone's face to do any damage, and with an Uber, that's not really too effective for taking out a sentry or taking on a large number of enemies because you don't have splash damage or anything like that. So just taking out that demo there, chasing this one down, that's something you want to do when you're a scout against demos. If you get up in their face, they can't really do a whole lot because stickies take a little bit to detonate and they have to lay them at their feet, and with a pipe it's pretty tough to hit a scout when he's bobbing and weaving like I was there. So if you're going scout versus demo, you just want to get up in their face, and you can take them out pretty easily because they don't really have any options unless they pull out a melee weapon, and then you can kind of be in some trouble there. But if they just have out the grenade launcher or the sticky launcher, you are in pretty good shape most of the time. And coming up right here is the part of the gameplay where I kind of start slowing down. Well, not slowing down a whole lot, but I'm just a little bit late on my shots, and my teammates are finishing up everybody. So I get a couple of shots on these guys, and as you can see, my teammates keep finishing them off. There, I actually got the kill. And right here's where it starts. I miss that guy, and I shoot for this guy a couple times, and he gets killed right before I take the shot. So I come back here and get a little bit more health, and I'm coming up here, and I see this guy, so I'm shooting him a few times. He gets killed, and I'm aiming at this demo, and I miss him too. So good job on my teammates. I would have liked to get a few more kills, but as long as the guys die, that's really what matters. Team Fortress 2 isn't really about getting a ton of kills or anything like that. It's really just about winning the game, having a good time. So that's what I play it for, just have a good time. That's what games are meant to be for. So this guy right here, I thought he was going to be dead, and I hit that shot for 87 damage on him, and then he picked up the health pack. So I mean, he had to be super low, and I thought I was going to be able to get him. When the medic hopped on me there and started healing me, I said, okay, I should have this no problem, but there was a sticky on the ground that I didn't see, and right there I didn't see the heavy, so 2 quick deaths in a row for me. And they're hopping on that midpoint, so we have to hop down here and defend it and do a nice job of getting the mad milk on that guy right there, getting some heals. And I see the pyro, but I just kind of push past him, and then I remember that I left my medic back there, so I go back there to defend my medic, get a nice shot on him, and they kind of cleaned him up for me. So I just push forward again, taking out that demo, and then right here I choke on this heavy. I get a couple of nice good shots in on him, jump up on his head, and while I was reloading he saw me and he took me out. So unfortunately I wasn't able to capitalize on that, and right now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. I decided just to forgo that soldier there. He wasn't doing a whole lot, so I just kind of pass him up, trying to concentrate on capturing this next point. So nobody's back here, I get shot in the back, don't worry about it, and I hop on the point, and there's a mini sentry, of course, which takes me out, which you can't do much against with the scout if you don't have your pistol out or anything like that. It just outranges you. So the game's pretty much over at this point. Just a stalemate. So that's that. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys all later. So yeah, bye.